Hey, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Hollywood Steve back with another video. Alright, guys, in today's video we got a little more news on the new WWE streaming service, the new ESPN streaming service that they're launching in August, and the partnership with WWE. Now I want to let you know that I want to let you guys know that if you have direct TV, okay, if you have direct TV, if you have DirecTV, if you have Xfinity, if you have Cox Cable, Dish, any satellite or cable company, and you're already subscribed to ESPN, you will have access to all of the streaming, and WWE events starting in March of 2026 with WrestleMania 42. Okay, so you will have access to all 10 WWE PLEs if you've already got ESPN as part of your cable package. I have Cox and ESPN. The ESPN app is part of my streaming, or is part of Contour with Cox. So I have Cox cable, so I'm set. I don't have to pay for that. But if anybody is looking to cut the cord, if you've cut the cord with cable and you are doing strictly streaming, then you will have to pay the $29.99 a month for ESPN's new app. But if you have Cox, if you have Xfinity, if you have Dish, if you have Comcast, if you have any of that, if you have Cox, and you've already got the ESPN app, and you have access to that already, you're set. You're subscribed. You don't have to pay the extra $29.99 a month. Okay, the extra basically $30 a month. Okay, now let's get into this story here from Bishop Dreier, formerly Baron Corbin. So he was on Busted Open Radio, and this is what he said about it. WWE's new streaming deal with ESPN will see all of the company's premium live events streamed in the United States on the ESPN DTC or direct-to-consumer platform from March 2026 onwards, with WrestleMania looking to be the first event to air as part of their $1.6 billion, that's billion with a B, dollar deal. However, some fans haven't reacted to the news well. They see it as yet another service they will need to purchase in order to keep up WWE programming. And former WWE superstar Bishop Dreier, formerly known as Baron Corbin, sees this as a unique opportunity for AEW to convert jaded fans to their product, thanks to their price points. They're rocking the boat. They're kind of pissing people off. Some people off. Some people love it. You can't win. Obviously, everyone with every decision you make. But I think that creates opportunity for AEW. Dreier said on Busted Open Radio. I think for someone who is going to pay $30 a month for PLEs from WWE for ESPN, maybe they're looking for an alternative. If AEW just staying consistent, staying in their lane, and doing them, continuing to do what they've been doing over the last 6 months, which I think has been incredible. I think they will continue to gain followers, and some of those followers and viewers are going to be from WWE, who are tired of paying extraordinary prices for tickets. They're tired of having to continue to buy 7 different apps to watch the product. Dreyer went on to explain that potentially having to have ESPN, Netflix, Peacock, and cable television to watch WWE, combined with some families of 4 having to spend nearly $1,000 to attend a WWE event, will lead some people to check out AEW solely because it's more affordable. It's a more affordable product to follow at home and support in person. So that's what Bishop Dreyer said on Busted Open Radio, formerly Baron Corbin. Now, like I said, if you have any cable provider and you have already subscribed to Cox, and through Cox, if you've subscribed to ESPN, like in my case, I have Cox, so I already have access to the ESPN app and already have access to ESPN Plus, which you have to subscribe to that, but all of the stuff on ESPN I will already have access to because I'm a cable subscriber. I have a cable provider. I'm not streaming everything. I haven't cut the cord on cable. I'm not streaming everything like I used to. I went back to cable, and so with cable, especially with Cox, and I don't know where most of you guys listen from, what cable providers you guys have, but check with your cable provider to see if they have to see if you will have access to ESPN's new app through your cable provider, because you should be able to have access to ESPN's new app through your cable provider. But you need to check with them. But I'm letting you guys know this because I checked with my cable provider, Cox, and they told me that yes, I would have access to the ESPN app, and I would have access to all the new WWE content that is going to be streaming on the ESPN app. For me, it's just going to be like Peacock or Netflix. Like I can click on the Netflix app. I can click on the Peacock app right now. I can watch Monday Night Raw. I can watch any movie on Netflix. I can watch Raw on Netflix because I can watch Netflix. I can watch any movie on Netflix because Netflix right now. I can go to Peacock and I can watch all the WWE events because I have a Peacock account. But I'm paying $7.99 a month for Peacock to have it. But I have ESPN and I have the app, and so I won't have to pay the extra $30 a month for the new streaming service because I have the ESPN app already, and I'll have access to all the WWE content starting in January or starting in March. So I've checked into that, but like I said, check with your cable provider. If you guys have cable, check with them. Make sure but with ESPN, you have to have an ESPN account. You have to sign up for ESPN on the ESPN app, create an account. But once you do that, then you're good. You're set. You don't have to. You're not going to have to pay separate for that ESPN DTC direct to consumer app. You're not going to have to pay separate for that. According to what I've been told from, like I said, from Cox Cable. According to what I've been told, but you know, this is where we're going now. This is where things are going with the WWE. They are looking to, obviously, they're looking to expand, and you know, they are a juggernaut, obviously. They are the juggernaut of the world of professional wrestling. You know, I mean, they own, you know, they're in a partnership with TNA. They bought AAA. They bought All Japan Pro Wrestling. You know, so they, you know, they have a, you know, they are a juggernaut. And so this deal with ESPN, this $1.6 billion deal with ESPN, is going to be huge. But like I said, if you have cut the cord and you are looking for this streaming service from ESPN, you're going to have to pay the $29.99 a month. But it's not like if you already have cable and you are already a you are already a subscriber to the ESPN app, you will already have access to this, and you won't have to pay the extra $29.99 a month, from what I understand. So I'm gonna check this out in March when all that content switches over. And well, actually, I will check it out August 21st. I'm going to check that out. And I will let you guys know in another video all about it. And my thoughts, you know, my thoughts on it and stuff. But for now, that is what is happening. That is what's going on. So that's basically the new deal, and that's kind of what some of the former WWE superstars like Bishop Dreyer are saying, that this new streaming service, you know, they think that it's going to turn people away. They think that it's going to turn people to AEW, and AEW will grow more, a bigger fan base. I'm an occasional watcher of AEW. I've watched a couple of their pay-per-views on Prime, and let me tell you, they know how to put on a pay-per-view. They do. But I don't know how many fans is going to turn away from the WWE. We'll have to wait and see on that. Once everything happens, once everything goes over to ESPN. But like I said, as far as I understand, if you have cable, you will not have to pay the extra $29.99 a month for this new ESPN streaming service. So anyway, guys, like I said, that is basically what I have heard on that, what I've read on it, and what Bishop Dreyer said on Busted Open Radio. This is your boy Hollywood Steve saying I will catch you guys in the next one. Remember, when you're Hollywood Steve, you're just too sweet.